I can't see that far. I see the map.
She's been putting them on her fingers. Like, this
All
has been
right, welcome
happening.
to the Roll Slayers podcast. We got
I
raspberry
like how
fingers
no one
now.
else has noticed this.
Welcome to episode 81, entitled Raspberry Fingers.
I don't have enough to do them all.
Before we get into tonight's episode, as always, we have some announcements.
You look like your fingers got hit with a hammer. You gonna be all right, sweetheart?
Yeah, they're fine.
Oh, that's classic. Oh, that's classic.
No, really, this is taking me back to Amelie, that weird French movie that I loved. I haven't seen it in a while, but I bet it holds up.
It's great. Jeremy, you got some announcements?
Oh,
Do you?
classic announcements. Yeah, so we just love to give a shout out to the people who we love working with. The music, BeyondSkyrim.org, is awesome. The sounds, the ambiance of Sirenscape.com, check it out. Our little minis, you saw a couple episodes back. It's that funny water I've been drinking. I'm just kidding. Anyway, having a good time. We're hitting it off. Anyway, where was I?
We're all a part of this, right?
You're
We're all
EldritchFoundry.com. Use our Roll Slayers code at checkout, Roll Slayers, and you can get 15% off your custom mini, and you can paint it. And you should go to your local GameStop. Local game store and purchase paints and paint your little mini.
True.
Also, World Anvil for world building. Hey, this one is the best one yet. Patreon. We got extra content on Patreon. And so if you like what we're doing here and you want to support us, that would be super sweet. And thanks.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Patreon.com/rollslayers.
Join our Discord. Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, whatever else. Is my mic on? My mic's not even on.
No.
I'm glad I caught that now.
This is why we check.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You want to re-record it?
Nope. Let's keep going.
Okay. My mic was off, but now it's on. Yeah, follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, maybe. Join our Discord, and yeah, join our Patreon. Thanks for stopping by. Let's play some D&D.
Barge me.
So, last we left off, the party investigated the sewers after a battle with a Hydra, eventually encountering on the surface Briggs the Beggar, who, for some gold, though not enough in his opinion, informed you all that, yeah, he'd been working with Lucimo Dolores to, help him move a team of folk upriver, and that he had just gotten back. You collected your rewards, and then half of y'all headed off to the bathhouse, half of y'all headed off to the Swamp Hopper abode, and we will pick up at the bathhouse of Captain's Pride, the inn in the Mariner's Promenade. Remy and Vinny, you just paid your 10 gold fee. You are led through a large stone room, open floor, kind of got lounges and thick plush rugs. You see monogrammed robes on everyone walking around, and you are indeed provided with thick towels and these deep velvet, deep purple velvet robes with CP monograms on the side, and are led to a private room with a large sunken basin. It does seem like there is a space under the basin that allows for a crackling fire to heat the tub.
Oh,
Wow.
this is a nice one. Oh, and Vinny disrobes and descends into the basin.
Scalding. It's great.
Oh, yes. I did not expect to find something like this in a place like Stowheller.
It seems like they're certainly putting in the work. Remy like gives his toe in a little bit.
It's spicy.
All right, I'll get in. Disrobes, back scars, previous episode.
Sure.
Into the tub.
So what's that all about? What happened?
Let's wet up. What do you mean?
You're back.
Oh, right. Anyway, nothing super exciting. It's just kind of part of the training.
The Tenderheart training, or?
Yeah. You know, if you're gonna inflict some pain on others, you should probably understand it yourself. That sort of thing. Yeah, we all got them. It's not fun, but it's not super. It's not anything ridiculously out of the ordinary, I feel.
Yeah, well, wasn't normal for me, so.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
I guess that's
get
kind
it.
of a shock. Man, I probably should have. Oh boy, that means that everybody was kind of shocked by that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the ambiguity around it definitely leaves a lot to be questioned.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, it's not terribly severe. If you go around to any of my compatriots, they would have the same ones. All shapes and sizes.
Yeah, just like
Painting
us.
is not fun.
Well, yeah, no, it's okay. I'm honestly just relieved to know that it's not something you do in your sleep or, when you're feeling down and out. That's good to know.
No, nothing like that. I generally try to stay positive.
What do you do for fun?
Well, I've showed you some of my collector's items. I try to pick those up when they're available.
What keeps you going? Why do you keep working so hard? Well, you probably have enough gold to settle down. What keeps you moving?
Well, taking the whole Tenderheart Fellowship oath is a pretty big one. But personally, I've always liked the idea of being a hero if I can. Showing up in the nick of time, that sort of thing. Saving the day where possible, and for someone of my stature, this seemed like probably the best way to achieve that.
Oh, what do you like? Sorry for all the questions, but what do you like about it most? Do you like the way that it feels to be told that you've done a good job? Do you like just the satisfaction of knowing that more people are alive because you were around, or where does it all come from?
I think it has more to do with just knowing that someone else's life is better for having met me. Maybe I don't know. I haven't really thought about it much beyond the first the logical first step of just wanting to do the right thing, and then if I can feel good about myself on the upswing, that's a big win too. So I guess to answer your question, it's kind of I don't know. Maybe it's just you come from a family like mine that didn't have the easiest time. You want to try to make everybody else's times a little bit easier.
That's really sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. That's very noble of you. Well,
Why do you do it? That you don't. Frankly, you don't. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. You just don't particularly seem like the heroing type.
Well, you do it for the people. Maybe I do it a little bit more for myself. You know,
to build a nest egg.
Well, it partly, sure, it's that. I'd say that I get a little bit more of a high off of my own achievement than would be the gold, though the gold does make things easier. And that is part of my goal. I'd like to have an estate myself one day.
Hence all the tantalizing royalty offers we've received being of particular interest.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you. I mean, a lot of it it sounds petty when I think about it and think about saying it out loud, but the truth is, I wasn't thought of very highly in where I grew up in Eleanor, and I kind of want to give everyone who thought I couldn't, I want to prove them wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I know.
I understand the appeal.
I get it. Yeah, I know. I get it. It sounds stupid. I shouldn't.
No. I mean, look, there's always going to be kind of some element of that. I won't say that that's not going on in the background for me too. Like,
well, it feels good, right? Like it does. It feels good to be capable. I like being capable. I like knowing that what I do, I'm good at it. And
here's kind of a question for you. It's like, yeah, I'm sure eventually, I don't know how your powers work or, your relationship goes there, but like, one day that you probably won't have those powers, right? What then?
I haven't given that a lot of thought. I guess I didn't realize. I mean, you're probably right. I lost them for a time, and well, maybe I could just use them to get a leg up. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't mean to. Indicate that you're. I think that you're probably far more than your powers. Far more than that. But I don't know. Sometimes people need to remember that they're more than their occupation, I guess. Is that your occupation? I don't like that sentiment.
No, I mean, it's a relationship, really. It's the one that it's quite the tantalizing relationship. I don't know how to. It excites me. When she speaks to me, when I see her, when we interact, it's. I don't know. It's like falling in love. Every time, it's interesting. It's riveting. I just really enjoy the feeling of knowing that someone of such great power would take any interest in someone like me. And I don't think that she thinks so highly of me. But I don't know. I hope to change her mind as well.
Well, I hope you're able to do that. Seems like I don't know. It's one of those things that seems like if you might never know if you accomplish it. And if you do, does it really feel that great on the other side?
I'll know. I'll know. I have measurable goals in that regard.
Are those secrets, or are you being coy about your goals, or just?
I want to bed her again. That's the goal.
Oh, okay. I just thought it might be something more grandiose than that. That seems...
Oh, it's quite grandiose.
Okay, I believe.
So you don't, and I don't mean to pry, and you don't have to share, but Where does Remington lie on the romantic side of things?
I am too busy.
All right. You just keep telling yourself that, Remington. Hey, and if you need a wingman, I am your guy.
All right. Well, I stay quite occupied with my pursuits, both personal and professional. So that's where I stand romantically.
Okay, locked up tight, I see. Maybe one day I'll earn your trust enough to unlock these secrets.
It's not a trust thing. It just, it's not an interest of mine per se.
Oh, sure. No, well, we all have our different strokes for different folks, as they say.
Yeah, I wish that we didn't use that in this context, but that's all right.
I love getting a rise out of these people. You, Bells, Lynn when she was here. Oh, I miss her. Cyrus.
Kind of worry about Bells sometimes.
What do you mean? Is she? Sure, she's. Well, no, I won't say anything. What do you mean?
She just. I don't mean that in like the backhanded sort of way that a lot of I guess halfling families tend to do, that kind of doublespeak sort of thing. I mean it in a very literal sense that like she just seems so confused all the time about everything. It's like she's never seen anything that we have collectively seen before.
Well, you're not wrong. I mean,
it's like up until the moment she enters a situation, the only time that she's heard about it has been through like a puppet show.
Do you think that maybe she had some sort of amnesia? Maybe she went through it.
It almost seems like that. I'm not a doctor, though.
Well. I don't know. I listen. If you want to know what I think, and it's probably not fair because she's not here, but I think she is looking to everyone else but herself for answers. And I think that the answers that she's looking for are probably the only ones that she could answer. And she's trying, it's like a buoy in the middle of the ocean. Buoys? Buoys in the middle of the ocean, with no relative place to stake a claim, and so she just, I don't know.
I don't think that's how buoys work. They kind of tend to be anchored in one place.
Okay. I'm not a sailor.
Not a doctor, not a sailor.
You're not a doctor. I'm not a sailor. What I mean to say is, like a bottle in the ocean. I don't know. Just forget it. I'm trying to say that she's floating without an anchor. And the only way that you can know where you are is relative to other things that you see. And you're right. It's like she's never seen the ocean, but she's in it. But it's okay. I don't know.
Look, I get what you're trying to say. The metaphor just is getting away from you a little bit.
Yes, it's probably this, and because
like
I had ordered a drink on the way in, and then he's letting loose.
That's all right. Look, I don't know. It just makes me feel like I should be more conscientious of the way that I treat her. Probably.
How would you treat her differently if you could? How do you treat her now, and how would you treat her differently?
Well, when I joined up, I kind of went in with the impression that this is a professional band of adventurers. that I'll be participating with. It's not that anyone's not capable, but like you kind of expect a hardiness there because like everybody's a seasoned warrior. They've seen some things. They know the ways of the world because, you know, you make your living that way. And I think I probably just made some assumptions there that I maybe ought not to have. I think that, like, not that she needs to be treated like a baby or anything like that, but just, you know, maybe don't assume in every situation that she's particularly comfortable. It'd be like if you guys, if everyone here just thrust me into the limelight all the time, despite that not being my particular core competency.
I see what you're saying. You started by saying that you wanted to do something different, but it sounds a little bit like you're prescribing that I do something different.
No.
Right. Listen, Bells isn't gonna learn until tough love. You know what I mean?
And I will say, genuinely, Remy was not trying to do that, but also, if you suggest that, he is going to instantly portray that is what he was trying to do, because he can't not.
Listen, it's fine. She's gonna be okay. She is a hardy warrior. She is a hero. She is a hero. I don't know that she believes that, and maybe we could encourage her a little bit more. But
no, I don't think that she. Maybe some kinds of. I think that she knows that she's capable, is all. But like, I don't know. At this point, I feel like I'm almost getting gossipy. I just wanted to be aware, I guess. And, you know, get your perspective. You've been traveling with her for a lot longer than I have. Yeah, I was just trying to get your perspective on it because I just think I came in with some fundamental misunderstandings as well.
I see what you mean. You thought that we were going to be. I mean, we are a hardy bunch of adventurers. We've been we are. I mean, we are competent. We do succeed where we put our mind to it. But you're right. I think maybe we lack some emotional fortitude at times. But we're not perfect. I'm not perfect.
Well, who is?
Remington Northerly Topsford?
That's not. I think we both know that that's not the case.
This bath is good, right?
It's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
And as you guys are chatting away, you guys arrive at Casa de Swamp Hopper. For dinner time, I assume. Jimbo and Cassandra are both there, although Bojud, true to what he said, is reclining, is what he told them, back at his home. Probably has a large pot of stew all to himself.
In a whole keg.
And a whole keg. So they fix you dinner. Is there anything you'd like to be doing at this time? Or are you guys kind of just resting, recuperating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kicking back, showing your dad more maps and stuff.
Yeah, we're chit-chatting.
Sure.
Talking about how the heck there ended up being a Hydra under the city.
Yeah, they're concerned, but also kind of happy because it was under the Mariners Promenade, and not the Canal District. Yeah, you guys spend time chatting with them, and it's very, you know, it's very warm and comforting for you, Bells. Probably Howling Home is very welcoming, and you know.
No, it's all very uncomfortable because this is bizarre.
Yes.
And I'm
Why are
waiting
they so
for someone
nice?
to get angry. It's like, you know, the poor little, like, traumatized child is in a safe home and it's like, this is wrong. Like, so just angry with Vinny and angry in general.
Mm-hmm.
And just sitting as, like, quietly and, like, small as she can while Ruby like does her cute little Ruby thing, and she's just in the corner
Sure.
Crying.
So maybe
trying
I'm
to
like,
be forgotten and also mad that she's been forgotten.
So, for about like 10, 15 minutes, y'all are just gabbing because
Sure.
you swamp hoppers like to talk.
yeah. So we're like, I'm sharing our, like my travels, around continent, blah, blah, blah,
Sure.
blah, how I ended up in Akron. And then as I start like telling stories that like Belle was a part of,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like trying to like bring her in, like, well, and then we didn't really know how to get back to I knew from some very minor studies that we needed to find the astral sea, and we knew there was this Fey River and all these things, and we just didn't know how to get there. And then we shot off the rock, and then we got catapulted back, and then what happened, Bales? You want to tell it?
And then we sank into the poison river.
We straight just belly flopped, all of us just flopped right into it, and it was
Yes.
Oh my
True.
goodness.
it was so cold and terrible, but we found it.
Yeah, and where did
Yes.
that take you?
Do you want to share some of the story, Bales?
We found ourselves in the middle of the astral sea.
Don't know what that is.
I don't either.
It's like a
It
big
was-
silvery gray void, and you just move yourself with your mind.
Ooh, that sounds horrible.
It was bizarre.
Well, and then you got back home somehow, I assume, and now you're here?
Yep.
Well, that's quite a story. Tell me about yourself, Bales.
I'm from a small house near Ormond.
Okay.
My father sent me to the Justicars when I was 16.
Is that why you're so, compact but strong looking?
Sure.
Oh, got a little soldier here. Not little. That wasn't patronizing. I'm just,
Yes, I've been told that I'm small. It's okay. And then I found the Guild of Goodwill shortly after that.
Okay. So just soldier turned, kind of mercenary.
I guess so. I wouldn't call myself a mercenary.
Adventurer, sword for hire.
She is very visibly uncomfortable by this. Like, this is not okay. Why are you asking me so many questions about myself?
Okay. Well, that's interesting. What about your friends?
Well, Remington's from up north, and he's
northerly.
right.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm just making this up because I actually don't know.
Yeah.
That is what that means now.
What?
His name,
I mean,
Remington
swamp hopper,
Northerly.
northerly,
Right,
it all
yeah.
lines up.
Yes. And he's part of like a monk order.
Oh.
Yes.
And Vinny, I don't really know a whole lot about his past except, he's trying to find out more about kind of his familial connections
Yeah,
at this
his daddy.
point in time.
Mhm.
Yeah. And we're kind of on an important errand on his behalf, which is why we're here in Stoheller en route to Zaxnick. But
Oh.
how did y'all meet in the first place? The guild.
Oh, we just met at a tavern, really. We were attacked and we defended ourselves together, and one thing led to another, and we were chasing all sorts of creatures together.
You just decided to just stay together?
Yes, I don't really understand why.
Just had that connection, huh?
I suppose.
Sometimes you just feel that pull to people, even when it don't seem to make no sense. And I don't just mean, you know, like, oh, you're in love or whatever, but you know, you just have your people sometimes. And I know the guild looks a little different lately. Y'all are missing some folks, and I know that must be real hard.
Yes, the people that cared for me have left.
But you know, you still got Vinny and Remy, and I know Remy's a more recent addition, I think, but
Yes.
Well, could be soldiering right now. That would not be good. They're at war.
Oh, yes, I won't be returning to the Just Cause.
Yeah, much better to not be doing
how
that.
did you get out of that?
Yeah.
Well,
If you don't mind.
father called me home, more or less, on the first chance that I got. And I was serving there at the estate before I joined the guild.
So you just was at your family home as we're doing what?
Well, I was training to run the estate.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just left.
Yes.
Oh.
Sounds familiar. She
You
just
know,
looks over.
it really does.
Well,
Talking about kindreds.
I will not bother you anymore on that. That seems like a sensitive subject.
You could see her hands like white knuckling.
Why don't
like,
I just I'll take these plates. And she starts to kind of clean off the table.
Ruby's gonna like get more ale for both of them.
You hear just off in the distance in the house, Jimbo! And she like shouts for your dad for something of some sort. But you guys can share some much needed alcohol. And around this time, probably another 30 minutes or so later, you guys can join back up at the Swamp Hopper home if you'd like. Or if you'd like to stay longer at the bathhouse, that's completely up to y'all.
You gonna sleep at the bathhouse?
No. He took his bath. That's all he wanted.
Okay, so you guys head back?
I'm starved. I have to. Hopefully we didn't miss supper.
As you arrive at the house, no, you there's definitely supper still. And Bells and Ruby are sitting probably next to a fire or something after supper. But you can...
Bells would have drank a lot of ale at this point.
Okay.
This is like, I don't care, I'm just gonna drink a lot of ale.
So, as you enter, Bells has definitely had more than one beer.
What does that look like? Does she roll on the table?
Nope. Maybe just talking a lot more than normal.
About what?
So she says 4 words.
So what is Bells saying as Remy enters?
Is she willing to sing a song with
No.
Ruby?
Well, okay, if Ruby is singing the song,
Yeah.
sure, she'll sing with you.
So maybe I'm like teaching you
Sure.
some kind of shanty.
Yeah. There
It's
we
like
go.
the song's like real weird. It's like kind of creepy.
You have to
Hey,
sing
right?
it right now.
Why are all of these
Sing the
songs
song
so
right
creepy? I actually did learn a few from Brandon because he knows a lot of weird folk songs.
Can you think of one?
What's the Charlie one?
What?
Oh, now I'm nervous.
I don't remember.
No, do it.
Charlie's sweet and
Dude.
Charlie's neat. Charlie's a dandy. Dun, 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 dun.
If you don't sing one, you have to make one up right now.
I just sang it.
There you
Just
go.
sing it.
Over the river to feed my sheep, over the river to Charlie, over the river to feed my sheep and measure out my barley.
So as you enter,
So that's what you
Both
walk in
bells
on.
But it's like rousing.
We're singing that.
So let's
You have to
sing it rousingly.
by having
Are
a
you
bit
doing
of
your
revelry.
magic?
Wait, this is a podcast. We have listeners.
Are you doing your magics?
Yeah, sure.
Don't
Yeah.
you have
There's like, yeah, so I've got my little staff. There's like a couple doing like the dance that goes with it.
And like pink magic?
Yeah.
Pink and blue magic?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, that's
Yep.
cute.
Like around your staff?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well,
Like
that's
that.
fun.
And we're singing.
Mm-hmm.
And the door slams out. Well, not slams. Remy's polite.
right.
But the door opens probably timidly because Remy is timid. And that's what you enter in upon, Remy and Vinny.
Measuring out the barley.
Looks like
Hey,
you're
boys,
having
come
a
on
nice-
in. Just join in. Come on. Now we got partners. Let's teach them to dance.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So you guys are learning the dance moves from Ruby.
Yep.
Make a group performance check here.
So here's what I'm gonna say. I think that Remy is. Oh, but he has a bad performance. That's so dumb.
I actually don't have a very good performance.
Well, actually, here's what I will say about Remy is he definitely like knows the steps of dancing, but it's that thing where someone knows like exactly what a dance looks like, and it's so prescribed and clinical and weird and
Yeah.
stunted.
It's like, but they can't move their hips. Like they got all the footwork,
Like
but they can't move their hips.
exactly that.
There's not the feel, the rhythm. It's just the movement.
I know what that is.
Which is even better because I rolled a 1.
Okay.
I mean, I rolled a 2 minus 1.
Vinny rolled a 13.
Okay.
No, sorry. Yeah, a 14.
Okay.
I got a 19.
19.
I got a 3.
Okay.
this is
So
accurate.
Ruby leads you through a simple line dance as you sing along, and some of you get it better than others. Remy, as you described, you know the moves, but you do not know how to dance.
It is like watching a golem do a dance.
And Belle's same with you. You know, you're given your background. You know some of the sequences, but not exactly.
I'm just inebriated.
You know,
That's what's happening.
that's also very
I'm
true.
just-
Maybe you can do a
on
little
my
better.
toe.
But you guys have a nice, fun little time line dancing, and it's not particularly good, but you have fun.
Ta-da!
Yeah, I know how to do it.
Jimbo
it
and
goes like
Cassandra
that.
jump in. They're having a good time.
Remy, move your hips. Like,
Remy,
be a
have you
little more
had-
fluid.
Remy,
That's
have you
not
had
part of the-
anything to drink? Did you have anything at the bathhouse to drink?
No, I don't really drink.
Ma, we need another ale.
But I don't really drink.
You look like a box rolling over on one side
What
to
do
the
you
next.
drink?
That's
I know
rude.
the steps. These are exactly
Leave
how
him
the dance
alone.
goes.
Hey, ow, you're one to talk. You just stepped on my toe.
Venutra, what is wrong with you? This is supposed to be fun.
You're not having fun. I'm having a great time.
I am doing the steps exactly as prescribed.
Hey, you do
Don't
you,
be
Remington.
insulting.
My
You do
step.
you. Hey, why? Who made you the etiquette police?
How,
Come on,
how
loosen
did you
up.
make the two of you? I'm about to lock both of you in a room. We have been dancing for 2 minutes. Just have a nice time.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get that ale.
I'm not being mean. I'm just having a good time.
You are being mean. You're insulting him and me.
I just stated a fact. You did step on my toe.
And you said that he has to move his hips more. Why can't you just keep dancing and keep your mouth closed?
Because I'm trying to help him. I told him I would be his wingman in the bathhouse. There are things you don't know about.
I'm at my wit's end already.
Hey,
Maybe I will take up drinking.
let's do it.
She presses a mug into your hand.
Oof.
Talk about those people who are your kindreds that don't make no sense.
He sips the foam off the top. And that's it.
It is like drinking, Bud Light for the first time. It's not good beer,
But he has drank. Like, he drank when we were in Dwarf Town because, of course.
Oh, sure,
missed
yeah.
out on the fine dwarven ales.
Yeah, this is not that.
Yeah.
This is the cheap stuff.
He drinks it like somebody sipping a latte.
Hey, Bud
and
Light's
puts it-
smooth. Bud Light it's easy to drink. You should say
It's water.
it's
It's water.
like a
Doing more
Heineken.
product plugs.
Okay,
during this
but someone drinking a Bud Light for the first time,
I can show you the face.
that's an experience.
That is the face I
Like-
make every time I drink beer because I hate
Look,
it.
What is it? Do it again.
It's like when a cat gets like, it's like,
this is fine. Let's
Jimbo
sit down.
kind of wanders in and says, "Well, got rooms for you, too. Does that work?
that's great, Paul,
You can
thanks.
stay in your old room. We converted it, but
Is there a bed still, at
we-
least?
we put one in for you."
Yeah, we whatever you have is more than enough for us. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna turn in.
Just don't mention you were at
Turn
that
into
fancy
what?
bathhouse.
I'm gonna turn in for the night. I'll see y'all in the morning.
Good night, Paul.
Thank you.
Hi, Pa.
He stomps up the steps. Cassandra does stay down for a bit more time, but then eventually does bid you all good night as well.
Listen, let's do the dance again. I won't say anything. It's okay to be a little inebriated while we dance. It's okay to have a little fun. It's okay to step on some toes. There's some grace for both of us in that department. So do the song again.
Vinny, just shut up. We're gonna do the dance again.
Woohoo! Let's do it, Remington.
Take another group performance check.
Oh my God.
Hey, can I elect to fail those?
Ascribe either advantage or disadvantage to yourself based on the motivation you feel from Vinny's conversation with you.
Disadvantage.
I'm gonna just have advantage because
There you go.
Because-
Yeah.
Vinny's rolling
If you're
flat,
feeling
Worse.
Yeah,
inspired,
I'm rolling flat.
and he's also drinking the ale.
Yep.
And he rolled an 8.
8,
Ruby
Ooh,
has
me
now
too.
had too much and now she's at a 13.
13.
Mm.
She's doing better this time.
Yeah.
What do we got,
Hells
Aiden?
yeah, man. I rolled another 2 for a 1. So he does. Remy does the dance the exact same.
But you're having more fun, right?
He is having as much fun as he can. He is. This is a challenge to be overcome. This is not a dance. This is
Not an
a,
activity.
Do you have like a
This
real
is an
determined like
activity.
look on your face
yes,
to get
he
like
looks
all the
determined,
steps
and he is getting
right?
every step exactly right.
Remy's that guy at the
Oh.
arcade who wants to like beat the extreme mode of Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh.
Yes.
he's got it down to a
He's got his
science.
game face on.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, the dance has devolved as the drinks have gone on. But it's a little bit more smooth, a little bit more loosey-goosey. Remy is still robotic, but
Maybe Ruby's gonna try to loosen him up and that's why hers is lower. 'Cause
Yeah.
She's trying
tutoring,
What are you doing to him?
to get him to
be flexible.
some.
Are you like with his hands?
Yeah, yeah,
Putting
no,
your
I'm
hands on his
imagining-
waist and like
Oh.
making his hips move?
Maybe both, yeah. In alternating.
She's like coming up behind him and like, no, like this.
No, she's not doing that. She's not doing that.
He is. I don't think he even notices. He is doing the dance the right way.
Mm.
And
I would
this
say-
is why you failed your group performance check.
Bells is like very graceful, but doing none of the steps where and when she should.
Bumping into
Like
people.
everything looks beautiful, but none of it is correct.
It's
It's like
great.
the opposite of Remy.
But Your line dance does come to an end. All the steps taken by Remy, none of the steps taken by Bells. And
I'm
it
definitely
is
deviating.
late evening. What would you care? Do you guys care to do anything else before your long rest?
No.
No? You guys trudge up to the room set aside for you. Ruby, your dad definitely lied. They did not convert it. He just put like a couple like bits and bobs on the walls to make you think that he converted it. There's like a couple of like large kettlebells in there. But it's basically your room still.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are able to crash for the evening. So you can take a long rest.
Well, Vinny would come up to Bells,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like as the dance is done, like before we go up,
Okay.
and he would not corner her because he's not going to come off predatory.
That's good.
That's a really great start.
But he would definitely be in his cups, as they say in D&D. I've heard that. It's fun.
I don't
Just
know.
say it, in your cups.
I don't know what that is.
It's one of my favorite sayings.
Drinking.
In your
Gotcha.
pints.
Yeah.
And he would say, Bells, it's okay. We're having a good time. We're having a good time.
Why are you saying this to me? Do you
Because-
think I'm not having a good time?
No, you're not. You're calculating everything.
What are you talking about? I'm having fun with friends.
It's okay. We are friends. I do care for you. I've got your back. You remember what we talked about so long ago. I've got your back. It's okay. You can trust me.
Why are you saying this to me now?
Because you don't. You don't seem to. And I'm telling you, it's okay. It's okay. You are among friends. You can be yourself. And I'm not saying that you haven't been yourself. I'm saying that it's okay.
But what's okay?
Everything.
Nothing is okay, Venuthra.
Everything is fine.
That's you don't understand.
Well, then tell me. Help us to understand. If there's something that's not right, then tell us about it. But all we get is outbursts. We know nothing until we know that you're frustrated. And you're here. We're here. We how long have we traveled together? How long?
You don't ever ask. You don't seem like you want to know.
Did I ever say that?
You don't ever ask.
Has anyone ever asked?
Like a look of like sadness and like sweetness comes over her. Vern did.
Vern was a special person.
Everyone
I'm not
would.
good at asking. That's fair. I didn't know that you wanted to share. I guess it's partly on me for not wanting to pry, but at the same time, you didn't look like you wanted to be asked.
She would start crying.
Oh no. He's like kind of looking over his shoulder. Is there anyone else in the room?
Nope.
Remy is in his room brushing his teeth.
He's getting his jammies on.
Brush, brush,
Mm.
brush.
Oh, don't.
Ruby's on
And
verse
then
number 77
he,
of
like,
100.
he's like that sort of like it's all right, and he reaches up to embrace her and to kind of like comfort her in the best way that he can, you know. Look. I'm sorry. I should have said that. I should have asked.
Have I ever told you why my father sent me to the Justicars?
I don't suppose so. Because he's a scuthole?
That's correct.
I took liberty there. I don't mean to pass judgment. I bet.
No, I agree. He was a terrible person and a horrible father. You know, he didn't sire children. He bred tools for power. That's all we were to him. And when he had the misfortune of having a daughter, I couldn't be what he wanted in the son, but he could sell me to the highest bidder. Secure his power another way.
When you say sell, you don't mean really sell.
Well,
What do you mean?
politically that's not how it works, but ideally, when you are presented to society as a minor royal house, there's the hope that some house with more power will make some sort of allegiance politically and use marriage as a contract to secure that power. And that's all I was to him, was a way for him to use me to tie himself to another more powerful house, and that's what he said to me when after the first season that I was out and there weren't more powerful houses that were vying for me. Nobody wanted me. Nobody wanted to know me or be with me. That's why he sent me to the Justicars, to cover his tracks and make it look as if that was his plan all along.
Well, barge in on him. Barge in on him.
She just started crying.
That's low. That's cowardly. And I know that he's your father, but that's not how heroes act. He was a coward.
She'd kind of wipe her tears like, I know that. But it doesn't change the fact that that's what I lived with my entire life.
So what?
Well, now here I am again where nobody seems to want me. You clearly don't. You're just here along for the ride. For the highest bidder, I can't be that. Ruby seems sweet, and so does Remy. But nobody wants me here.
Well, frankly, that's just not true. It's not true. We don't operate with the same class system. We don't operate in the same social norms. We don't come from those things. Remington doesn't, Ruby doesn't, I don't. Maybe Lynn touched on that a little bit. Maybe she could understand in some ways what you have gone through, but what your paradigm for acceptance is so far removed from any of the people in this place. Of course we're not going to show you acceptance in those ways. Those are dastardly ways to achieve acceptance. And I believe that there's no better way to show that you want somebody than to be with them.
And then what happens when you leave?
I don't really have a plan for leaving. I'm actually, to put my cards on the table, I'm putting a lot behind the Guild of Goodwill. I'm hoping that it makes a name for all of us, separate from where we've come from. Maybe I could have my own name. Maybe take this silver piece of a name and make it into something more valuable. I've got a lot riding on this. So I don't plan to go anywhere anytime soon.
Do you really not? You seem like you always have one foot out the door.
Well, that's sort of my position. I have to propel us forward. I have to make new opportunity. I have to keep doors open. This is what I do. That's what I do.
And when another opportunity is more viable than this one, you'll just leave.
No, opportunities for the guild as a whole. No, not for another adventuring party. Absolutely not. I don't know.
Why? Why are you here? Why do you stay with us, with me?
We've kind of got a good thing going. To be honest, we're kind of good at this.
So it's for the money.
Not necessarily. I thought it was at first. I don't think it is so much anymore. I think for me it's to be something greater. It's to be something, I don't know, not what I was. I don't want to be boxed in by my past any more than you do. I want to be my own self. I want to make it on my own merits. So I gotta pay the piper, Titania, but she's beautiful and I don't mind being tethered to her. Even so we're running an errand, we're paying off some debts.
You're not
But
planning
after
to
that-
leave after this.
Absolutely not. What would give you that idea?
You seem like you're always preparing to leave.
Don't know where I would go.
And you're rude and crude and don't say things that make me think that you want to be here with us or that you value our company.
Not to get too defensive, but I could say the same thing. We clearly have different alignment when it comes to what is right and true and good and all of those things. Sure, I do look out for myself, but I also look out for my friends.
That's not what I mean, Venuthra. I don't think that we have different alignments when it comes to what is true or good. You're often mean and rude to us. Why would I think that you wanted to stay with us? You
What if I've
belittle
been mean and rude?
frequently.
You talking about the dance? Yes, I think you should loosen up. I think that you should not take this so seriously.
There's a difference between thinking something and saying it, and you can say things with kindness. And if you're not kind to me, why would I assume that you want to be in any sort of permanent relationship with me?
I'm merely trying to get you to loosen up. You have to stop taking things so seriously. You have to joke. You have to laugh at yourself.
I don't know how to do that.
And I don't know what else to do to get through. You know, when I was in school in Alinar, ridiculed constantly. If I wasn't the first to laugh, I would be the butt of the joke. I'd be constantly down on myself. But if I was the first to laugh, if I was the first to beat them to the punch, the first to crack a joke, the first to take things there, they couldn't touch me.
I don't want to be like that.
You don't have to. But I am telling you, if I have not made it clear, I am committed to what we have here. The Guild of Goodwill. I'm not trying to put any additional pressure on you to be in or out or anything like that, but I think we have a good thing going here.
I don't understand why. Why are you here? Why is this what you're choosing?
It's what life has given me. What else can I choose?
So it's because it's your only option.
It's the option I choose. It's the option that was before me. It's the best one that I see. And I can't tell you that a better I see what you mean, but it's the one that I like. It's the people that I trust. It's you. It's Cyrus, it's Alin, it's Vern, it's Remington and Ruby now. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. I cannot be the Guild of Goodwill all on my own. I'd ruin it. Most certainly. I would ruin it. But there does have to be a sense of trust, and there has to be a sense of acceptance for people who are different. And
That's what I feel like. You don't accept me. You're constantly wanting me to change, to be something I'm not, to be more like you.
that's fair. But I hope you would be more like me, just like I'm more like you. That's what it is to be in a friendship and a relationship. To be business partners. We kind of rub off on each other.
That's what friends do.
Absolutely. I'm, in the short amount of time that we've been together, relatively, let's just say that you wouldn't want, if you don't like me now, you wouldn't like me back then. If it weren't for people in my life, Vern, I think, teaching us all what it is to truly care for another. Yeah, I think I would be very different. But I'm learning to go with it. I'm learning it's not so bad to trust other people.
I don't know what that is.
You don't have to. I'll keep reminding you we're here. Ruby, she's sweet. She's really nice.
Yes, I agree. I just don't think she understands.
No, none of us do. No one's ever going to understand where you've come from. Only you can bear that burden. But it doesn't mean that we can't try to understand, we can't empathize, we can't try to, I don't know. We have to try. That's what I'm learning anyway. I was locked up like a box, like a treasure box, a treasure. I was a very locked up treasure at the bottom of the sea. But I don't know. Like you guys, I would say this with Vern. I noticed a sort of carefree nature. It didn't seem like much fazed him, and I'm constantly trying to manipulate what other people think about me. And you're constantly obsessing about what others think about you. We have this complex, right? We We have to make sure that other people like us. And I've learned. Cyrus, what a goofball. He didn't give a scut what anyone thought about him. Nor did Vern. And certainly neither did Elaine. She did exactly what she wanted. So I'm learning to take myself a little less seriously. Although I do like to be liked. It's nice to be liked. It's nice to be liked.
I just don't know what that means to be seen or valued or liked. I don't really even know what that means. You've made it clear that you don't like who I am.
Why do you say that?
Because you're always trying to change me.
No, we poke fun. Because you're
How
locked
is
up
that
tight.
different?
You're locked up.
Exactly.
You're locked up. You're not trusting us.
What if I'm not whatever it is you are that you value so much?
It doesn't matter what you are, but if you don't share it with anyone, who's gonna know? What
Why would I
difference will it-
share it? Because you want me to be something I'm not.
We don't even know who you are. How could I want you to be something different than if I don't know what you are currently? We're not asking you to be different. We're asking you to... I'm not asking you to be different. I'm asking you to trust. I'm asking you to open up. I'm asking you to give a little. We've given a lot.
You don't think I have?
I don't know. I suppose you have. Tidbits here and there.
I've risked my life countless times for you.
And I for you. We risk... That's it, exactly. I feel like we're going in circles. I'm just saying, we have history. Let me just ask you this. I'll just make it simple. Do you trust us? Do you trust me?
I don't know how to. I think I want to, but I don't know how. I don't know what that means.
Trust. I think it just means... I think part of it means that you let your guard down. That you open up.
About what? What does that mean? Open up.
No, ask Melora. She seems to have a very deliberate way about things. Ask Ruby. She's an open box, open door, open window, open book. Book is with it. Open book.
Open book, sure.
I don't know how she is.
I don't want to be like that. Why can't I be accepted for being me? I'm not loud or
No one said to be loud. You just said...
vivacious. I'm just me. This is what I mean.
Okay, I'll just tell you what I feel. A lot of skepticism. I don't feel safe. Right? I feel challenged by you. I feel judged by you. The things that you say about me to you being mean or whatever, I feel the same thing back. I just want you to know, like, that the God has to come down. And I don't know what that means for you. I don't know that I can help you in my current state. But I ask you to try and just I don't ask without giving. I say, I do trust you. You have proven yourself to me. I want you to laugh. I want to make you laugh. I want you to have fun. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. I'm here either way. So if you haven't figured it out, that's okay. It's okay, Bells. We're not going anywhere. We're the Guild of Goodwill. We're the Guild of Goodwill.
She would just start crying again.
Oh.
She's also had lots of drinks.
Listen, let's
So she's
go.
just
Let's go to
crying
bed. Let's go to bed, and I will help her up the stairs to wherever, or through the hallways, through wherever.
Yeah. You
That
stumble
was
into.
the single most frustrating conversation I've ever heard in my entire life. I'd like to commend the two of you on successfully maintaining that without breaking character.
Ooh, the like, Steve me.
Conflict resolution!
So fun.
Fight it
It
out.
was good though.
Yes.
Nothing got resolved.
God,
Wow, so much
Nothing
like real
got
life.
better.
Thanks, fantasy, for being so much like real life. This is great.
I think I'm going to get into real quick. The worst part of that is knowing that both of you can see the obvious solution to this, and both of you are intentionally ignoring it for the sake of staying in your character, which I commend a great deal again.
Stumbling to both of your doors, you creak them open. Remy and Ruby are either awake or snoring, whichever you prefer as your characters at
Ruby's
this
still
point.
up.
Oh.
She's
Oh, baby, what's wrong? Come on. Oh, these. Okay, you just need to go to sleep. All right, come on.
I would just follow her and do what she says.
Shepherded to bed. Ruby, you can go and get, whatever, like a glass of warm milk or whatever nighttime rituals you get for
no.
Bells, but you guys make...
Put her in bed.
Yeah, we just barfed that up. Like,
Oh, that's true. That's true. There you go. But you make your long rest, and morning comes. The smell of a nice breakfast, home cooked, wafts up stairs, and you each are much more refreshed than you were the day after fighting a Hydra. So, what would you like to do on this fine Stowheller morning?
All right, we've had some diversions, but we still have to figure out where Cyrus is, and the big thing stopping us from that is this gentleman not having his powers, correct?
That's
Good
right.
morning, everyone. I'm sorry, that was rude of me. Did everyone sleep well? It was nice. Good beds. Thank you so much, Miss Swamp Hoppers.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. When you're here, you're family.
Right. No, you're right. We do need to get going. I don't know how much longer she is going to wait for me to get this task done. And she can withdraw her generosity at any point in time. It stands to reason. So we should set off this morning.
What exactly is the task that she's asked of you?
Oh, she wants me to mess around with her. She's married, and she wants me to mess around with her husband. Apparently he's been annoying her, and she needs her paramour to show him what's what.
I'm sorry, who is her husband?
I don't know, some other fey weirdo.
So,
What?
what we're walking into is to mess around with some of the Fey deity.
Right, but we have Titania on our side. It'll be fine.
Oh.
Did you all know this?
Nope.
I didn't think it was anything like. I thought he would. I don't know. Have to
But if you're
get a special item, or I should have asked more questions.
tell us, what exactly are these Fey deities like? How
Well, they've
what
only
are we
met the
going
one.
to do to mess around with one? You're going to ask Titania what to do?
Ruby, if you want to make a Arcana or History check, you can as well while you guys are
Make a
chatting.
good one.
Can I make a religion check?
Yeah, no, they're not deities.
Oh, beans.
Reroll that.
Well,
Natural 1.
Halfling what?
All right!
Plus 10 for Arcana. It's a
Yeah,
girl.
all right.
Tell me everything.
We know
She knows
all the
everything.
things.
She read a book once in the Bard College.
As you guys are talking,
She had a crush on a guy.
you definitely
Photographic
read a book
That's a
in the
good.
Bard College. A grand romance tale of Titania
Yes!
and Oberon.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes, please!
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me take notes.
Notorious
Give me your pen.
for their off again, on again relationship.
Ooh.
They are the king and queen of the Sealy Court, the court of Archfey, the rulers of the Feywild. And Titania is a light Archfey, very very much attuned to light and sunlight, whereas Oberon is known as the Lord of Beasts. He is very much attuned to hunts, to nature, to ferocious animals, and he actually doesn't spend all his time in the Feywild. He actually spends a lot of his time in his own home in a plane of existence called the Beastlands, that is on the more lawful side of the plains. But yes, they throughout history have manipulated others for revenge, have wantonly sniped at one another, have lovingly, just adored one another for centuries, and then someone says something very innocuous and suddenly they're fighting for another 300 years.
That sounds terrible.
It's very much, it's a point of view thing when you talk about it as a love story, but the author that you read about framed it as this is their love that they always return to.
So
Okay.
Ruby has not known that Titania is
Yes.
your patron before this.
This was the mention of Titania.
So
Okay.
now that she knows that Titania is the person, and we're about to go
Oh. Did you say Titania?
Oh yeah,
And-
she's
Okay.
she's
And she's married? Is his name by chance Oberon?
oh, I don't know. These
Okay,
things
I
are
do
not so
know,
important.
and I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
do you know about this?
Yep.
Well, she
Yep.
seems to know just about everything
You
from
know,
her bard
I
college.
did a lot of reading, and my brain just, it's like steel trap, just holds on to all that. This is a interesting place you found yourself in, Mr. The Peace.
It is.
Why do you say that, Ruby? Do you know something about these people?
Well, they've been on again, off again for centuries and centuries, and I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen with all that.
Who
Wait,
is
but
Oberon?
hold on. I just knew that he had met a Fey lady. Who is the Fey lady? Is that a person of some renown?
If it's the Titania, I think it is. She's the queen.
Oh,
No.
it's definitely her.
No.
Yeah,
no,
of all
that-
of it. Of all of it.
The Queen of the Fae.
That's right. That's right. I know.
Okay, I'm glad you feel special and all, but
You knew. Why didn't you tell us that?
I know. Well, I wasn't trying to brag.
Oh,
you just thought you'd get all of us mixed
No.
up in the epic love story of Titania and Oberon. Right.
Listen, I'm
So
sure
wait,
it's just a
Who
meaningless
is this
little task.
Oberon, and what exactly are we supposed to do about him?
Well, I don't know. We've got to go to Zagsink, and then she'll tell us.
Oh,
That's the plan.
Yes.
It's
I'll
gonna be
ask
a
her. I'll
real
ask
good
her.
story.
Every time she talks to me frequently, I'll ask. So far, it's just been get to Zagsnik. So, listen, it'll be fine.
You think she's going to equip you to deal with this?
I don't think that she would send me if I wasn't going to be able to accomplish it.
What are you to accomplish? Does she want
Whatever
to
it
kill
is.
her husband?
Does it matter what she wants us to do?
A little bit.
Well, I guess you're right.
Actually, a lot.
Yeah.
It does matter, because if we're not capable of it, but just walking to our doom.
Well,
Maybe.
to the benefit here, if she's all powerful, all knowing, all that, I'd be a little shocked if she threw us into something, or threw Vinny into something that he was woefully incapable. Well, but also
Is
they're
she
Fae,
all
and
powerful and
they do that
all-knowing?
stuff all
Listen,
the time.
no.
What is
Listen.
happening? I don't know.
No, I've got her wrapped around my finger. It's fine.
Excuse
I thought
me.
she was the one that was
She's
removing your potency.
Thousands of years old.
She's just trying to get my attention.
That doesn't seem as likely anymore.
Listen, she takes many forms, but her truest form.
Is a squirrel.
What?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen, don't worry. It'll be fine. We are capable. We just slayed a Hydra.
That's not.
We almost died.
But we didn't.
Bobo almost died.
I'm sorry about you, Bobo.
You know. Oh.
Well,
What?
whatever. If this is what we're doing, let's just do it and be done with it.
You can do it. I've seen all of you massacre many beasts and things.
There's gonna be some beasts for sure.
What do you mean?
Oberon's known as the Lord of the Beasts. He lives most of his life in a different plane of existence with a bunch of beasts.
Well, we did
Like
slay that
monsters.
centipede dragon, and we slayed that Hydra.
I don't think the
Centipede
nostalgia is
dragon.
going to work this time, but we've come this far.
Listen, it'll be okay. We'll if we need help, we'll get help. I have lots of
Okay.
friends everywhere.
In
All right.
Zaxnik,
Everywhere.
where we'll be. You do have friends there.
I have friends everywhere. I make friends
we can
everywhere I
meet.
go.
That's different than you already have friends. Okay, well, if we're gonna get us a boat up the swamp river, we might as well get to getting.
Yes, let's be on with it, I guess.
Let's gobble up this breakfast.
Sure.
Nom, 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 nom.
You guys have a quick breakfast. Cassandra and Jimbo stand out front to see you guys off. They wave arm in
I
arm.
do that thing where I kiss them on both sides of their cheeks as I hug them by.
Oh, well, that happened. Well,
Just pay him no mind, Ma. It's fine.
bye, sweetheart.
Bye, Ma.
Hope you come back soon. Bring these nice folk. Enjoyed having you in our house, in our home.
Thank you, Ma. Everything was great, and I don't know rightly if we'll be back through this way, but I'll make it a point to come through when the adventuring's on pause.
Jimbo doesn't say any words, but just wraps you up in like this big warm hug and lets you go, pats you on the shoulder,
Bye-bye.
adjusts your cap, nods.
Bye, Paul.
You guys can make your way out into the canal district, eventually finding a bargeman willing to take you through the grasping mire. About a 3-day journey, who identifies himself by the name of Lou. He is a very old man. You're not sure. He looks ancient. His arms are like thinner than the pole that he uses to barge.
Ooh, that's cute.
And he's like got like maybe 4 teeth, but he said he'd
That's
do
a
it for like
bargeman.
4 gold.
All right, wow.
So he
Cool,
said,
great.
"Oh, come on, bud. I got plenty of room for stuff to stow. Yeah, just come on.
Tyler, can you make his voice even older, please?
There it is. Yeah. It's like imperceptible. Like just can't understand any of it.
Like, okay, old man, you just keep making those
almost
sounds.
imperceptible because he has no teeth. So it's mostly just gum work in terms of
Dumb work. Who's ever gonna use that term?
So, could you please do that impression? I would like it.
If you have room for you, but we'll get you there. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Luke, do you know Bojo?
Perfect.
Bojack. Yeah, Bojack.
Okay, he's my grandpa.
Oh, Frigo. Special.
I've already
I would-
given it to you.
Yeah,
it's
fine.
yours. It's okay.
I would take him on the shoulder and say, do you know Lucimo? Lucimo?
I knew this was all about 50, 60 years back. Yeah.
50 to 60 years back.
He lives here.
You haven't seen him in the last 50 years?
Oh, every now and then.
Oh, what do you see him doing?
Oh, not recently. Yeah, maybe 30 years ago.
Listen,
Okay,
it's
thank
all
you.
right. Yeah. We'll take passage up the Grasping Maya.
Okay, well, it's never strap in. It's dangerous. Lots of tree vines and giants and yeah.
How do you manage it?
Oh, one pole at a time. With that, he pushes away from the dock and starts to navigate out into the canals, the press, seeing like atmosphere of Stowheller kind of surrounding you, all sorts of boats and people. But eventually it tapers off as you start to head further north and eventually reach the large river that bisects the city and up into the Grasping Mire itself. Fog starts to coalesce, mist low to the ground, even across the river, and it becomes darker as trees, snarled undergrowth, start to protrude over the river on both sides. You see other waterways, you see thick, soupy bogs and sandbars, sometimes quicksand, and the wildlife starts to filter in, the sound of gnats and frogs and other flora and fauna. And as you enter the Grasping Mire, that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
All right.
No.
Okay,
Firmly
question.
grasp it.
What's the difference between a soupy bog and a regular bog?
I'd say that a soupy bog is a little more thick.
That's gross.
Hey, y'all
He does this. He goes,
More thick?